Located in the middle of the Indian Ocean, the Seychelles archipelago is more than 1,600 kilometers from the African coast. The Seychelles Islands' distance from the continent and the fact that they are somewhat spread out have made them an isolated paradise, one known for its pristine beaches and lush inland regions. To go from one end of the archipelago to the other, a distance of 1,200 kilometers, the airplane is the most practical means of transportation. The Seychelles' countless granite islands and coral reefs were once a lair for pirates and a legendary spot for their hidden treasure. Before the Seychelles' independence in 1976, the islands were in turn colonized by the French and the British. It's believed that the Arabs, who long ago sailed the Indian Ocean, were the first to discover these islands. However, the first recorded landing was made around 1500 by the Portuguese explorer Vasco da Gama. Ships belonging to the English East India Company first came to these islands in the 17th century. At that time, the islands were uninhabited, except for the occasional presence of pirates. The central part of the archipelago, including Mahé Island and a few other surrounding islands, became a French possession in 1756 under the reign of Louis XV. The islands were named in honor of Moreau de Seychelles, the king's financial advisor. Of the numerous French governors who held office in the Seychelles, one in particular, Jean-Baptiste Quéot de Quincy, left an indelible mark on the islands. During the reign of Louis XVIII, this governor made a name for himself as a skilled negotiator and as a man willing to stand up to the English who wished to take control of the islands. He held off the British for 16 years and was responsible for 8 beheadings. In 1810, however, the archipelago finally became a British possession. De Quincy cleverly anglicized his name and remained governor until his death. His French influence can still be felt today in the islands. The Seychelles remained under British rule until their independence just 20 years ago. The capital, Victoria, is located on Mahé Island. Victoria is the only true city in the archipelago and is one of the smallest capitals in the world with a mere 23,000 inhabitants. The majority of the archipelago's population are descendants of African slaves who were brought to the islands in the 18th and 19th centuries by pirates and by the first colonists. The African population mixed with first the white colonists and later with the Chinese who came to trade in the islands, as well as with the Tamil Indian immigrants. Most of the inhabitants of the Seychelles Islands speak 3 languages: French, English, and Creole.